Warning, the following video contains graphic depictions of violence and viewers' caution is advised. Because I'm depraved. Oh my god, YouTube's never gonna let me get this video up. That's a lot. I'm your gal. Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm a professional soul singer. Today we're going to be discovering... What's happening, my dudes? How's your day going? Has anyone dared to mess with you? Have you tried to rise above it and you can't? Well, that's okay. In fact, if you need to hire anyone to kick someone's... I'm your gal. Welcome back to another Soul Singer Discovers. It's been an exciting journey. Unhinged journey. Today on Soul Singer Discovers, we're going to be discovering Slayer. I don't know anything about Slayer, and the only reason I know the band name is because of the comedian Bill Bailey.
Yeah, and carving your name with a compass in my forehead was not enough for you.
He has made several jokes about Slayer in his stand-up show, and that's the only reason that I even know the band name. And frankly, I have no problem with that. Slayer is a thrash metal band formed in 1981 and is considered one of the Big Four, which includes Metallica, Megadeth and Anthrax. We've done Metallica, we've done Megadeth, which we are returning to. We've still to do Anthrax. Slayer was formed by guitarists Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman. Slayer's lyricism also has touched on some very controversial subjects, including war, serial killers, Satanism. They've had several gold and platinum selling albums. They've been nominated for 5 Grammys and they've won 2. Today we're reacting to the song Repentless. It's been requested a couple of times in the comments, but more so I'm going for the one that seems to be fairly popular. Also, it's a bit more modern. So let's just jump in. Let's see. Okay, Slayer, Repentless. Boom. Oh dear. Oh. Uh-oh. That's never a good sign. Oh, he's having a bad day. Oh! Is that Daddy Joe? Oh my god. Oh!
Arrogant, violent, world of disarray. Dealing with insanity every fucking day. I hate the life, hate the faith, hate the fucking scene. Busy matching ego, fuck the vanity. And got the time, I don't want anything from you. Feeding on my tower, that's all you fucking do. No looking back, no regret, no apology. What you get is what you see. Live fast. I'm high. Repentless. Let it ride. My stars relive the atrocities of war. Can't take society any fucking more. Intensity, anarchy, hatred amplified. Playing these sinners up and keep me alive. Living all on the road, living on the stage. This is my life where I kill it every day. So take a shot, bottoms up, if you no lie. I've been leading this church up till the day I die. Live fast. I'm high. Repentless. Let it ride.
Whew, that's a lot. Very fast. I was expecting it. Obviously, thrash metal, that's part of its characteristic is that it is incredibly fast paced. Tom's voice is very shouty, very distorted. I imagine a lot of that distortion is natural in Tom's voice. I haven't seen an interview with him, but yeah, I imagine he's got quite a gritty voice, talking voice. And as we've discussed before, 9 times out of 10, if a vocalist has a fairly growly or fry voice when they talk, they can probably affect that very easily when they sing. I guess it's kind of good that I saw Bill Bailey before I saw this, and that was my only understanding of Slayer, because even though the video is incredibly violent, it's my understanding that Slayer are incredibly sweet people and very soft-spoken. And when I mean soft-spoken, I just mean very sort of like non-confrontational. I could be wrong. Very fast-paced. I would say I have heard Metallica and I have heard Megadeth so far. I haven't heard Anthrax. This feels more intense than both Metallica and Megadeth. That could just be because of some of the songs that I've already heard, but this definitely feels... If there is the big four, if we consider the big four as the foundations of modern metal music, or at least modern thrash metal, Slayer's end of the house, where the foundation is scary. Constantly at midnight, constantly covered in smoke, always a dead body there. Do you know what I mean? Let's keep going. Pausing. That is a voice that is completely unsupported. They don't want to know about support. They don't want to know about any of that stuff. And much like we've discussed before with different vocalists and the preservation of your voice, I fully support anyone who chooses not to learn to preserve their voice because it gets in the way of a great performance. 100% supported. Support that. This is so intense. I mean, I've noticed Danny kicking around in the video, which is props from me. As some of you who watch my videos know that I love horror movies. In particular, I love vampire movies. Dusk Till Dawn is one of my favourite horror movies. I think it's outstanding. Because I'm depraved. It's interesting listening to things like Slayer and knowing how influential they are. Knowing the bands that I've already listened to, like System of a Down, and knowing that they probably played a huge part in System of a Down's development. Like, of course, System of a Down have got their own vibe because, of course, they're Armenian and their lyrics are about a lot of political views that they hold, whereas you can still hear the little bits and bobs of influence that kick around on the bands, and that's super cool, because Megadeth feels way more theatrical. Metallica feels more contemporary, and Slayer feels like the scary uncle of the big four. I mean, obviously, the music video's not helping. It's not helping. Slayer guitarist Jeff Hanneman passed away in May 2013 from alcohol-related cirrhosis of the liver. The album title track was written by co-shredder Kerry King as a tribute to his longtime bandmate. Kerry King said about the writing of the song, quote, "I went with it based on Slayer. Slayer is repentless. Slayer's always been repentless. I said, you know what? I should write something about how I think Jeff looked at the world." Oh, I love that. I love that. I've said it before, there's a lot of deaths in the metal community in bands of alcohol and drug related issues. I say the metal community, but to be honest, I think it's a creative musical thing. I think if you're a creative person, you are more susceptible to addiction. It's really sad, but what a way to sort of like celebrate your friendship with someone in a very genre specific way. Let's keep going. Danny, why? Okay. I mean, putting aside that that's probably going to be in my nightmares this evening. Yeah, a very intense song, but I imagine for very intense characters. Now that I also know that it was Kerry King's way of creating a song to talk about or embody the ideas around his friend, it makes it kind of super cool. Looking at the lyrics, arrogance, violence, world in disarray, dealing with insanity every fucking day. I hate this life, hate the fame, hate the fucking scene. Pissing match of egos, fuck their vanity. Ain't got the time, I don't want anything from you. Feeding my tolerance is all you fucking do. No looking back, no regrets, no apologies. What you get is what you see. Whew! I mean, I really like that. Yeah, I imagine that Jeff was maybe very disillusioned with a lot of the music that he was surrounded by, or at least maybe the music industry people he was maybe surrounded by. That's my interpretation. It also makes total sense. As much as I think the music video is gratuitously violent, knowing what the song's about, having a read of the lyrics, it makes sense that it should be that. As we all know, I'm very much an advocate of free speech. Everyone should be allowed to say what they want to say, despite the fact that YouTube gods are constantly trying to get me into trouble for so many things. We should all immortalise our friends exactly the way they were, not in songs about angels. If Jeff was truly a passionate man who was angry about the state of affairs in the world, he should be immortalised that way. We should all be fucking angry about the world. Oh my god, YouTube's never going to let me get this video up. If you're watching this, thank you. Also, it's a miracle. I can't say that I enjoyed the music video. It was brutal. But I love the expression. I think that Tom's voice is very genre specifically perfect for what he's trying to do. It's aggressive, it's in your face, it's intense. I think the lyrical content's really important because it is immortalising somebody who's no longer here. And who better to do that than someone that are close to him, and what a wonderful way to do it. What do you think of Slayer? What do you think of this song? What do you think about the expression of this level of hurt and anger through music? Have you been to see Slayer? What are Slayer fans like? If you're a Slayer fan, comment below. Are you crazy? I bet you're probably really mild-mannered and a sweet person. I'm more afraid of people who listen to Ariana Grande than I am of people who listen to Slayer. Facts. As always, thank you for watching, commenting and subbing. Please tell me all your gig stories in the comments. You know I live for them. Thank you to my patrons as always. You be glorious. Be glorious? New word. You be glorious. Until next time, my dudes, take no shit.